welcome everyone and good evening to the Oklahoma Sports Network Coaches Show right here at Luigi's in Tri-City of Newcastle. And we're glad you're here. Working with my partner and sidekick, a real gentleman, Mr. Gerald Lewis. And Gerald, who's sitting next to you?
Well, this is the 5A1 District Coach Championship of the Year, best coach ever in the history of football. Coach Brickman.
Coach Jeff Brickman is our we're starting the show off right by having Coach Brickman join us with this first segment, and we've got an exciting show tonight. Tonight is we're recognizing this is a senior night for the Coaches Show, and I'm getting a little bit of a squeal. I'm getting feedback back and forth. We'll try to adjust that. It's probably not bothering anyone but all the customers here at Luigi's, so we'll adjust that. And our thanks to Uriah Martinez, our producer, and he's sitting just across the table where I can't hear him. I can barely see him. So if he tries to get my signal, we'll miss him. But we appreciate the good job that Uriah does here for us, and we really appreciate Luigi's. What a great place to come and dine and visit, and it is really a great atmosphere. And they offer a special each Coaches Show night on Tuesday night, and tonight the special is your choice of an Italian sub or a chicken sub. And they both are great. I've had them both. I couldn't decide, so I'm ordering one of each.
You ordered one of each.
One of each.
Did. That's a true story.
So I'm going to have my choice at the end of the show, and whatever I'll give my wife first choice, and then I'll leave the other one. So anyway, we're glad you're here. Our lineup tonight is starting off, as I said, with Coach Brickman. We'll have our player who was selected most valuable player of the game, Mr. Cody Nix. All of our seniors are here. We invited all of them here. I hope they all made it because we have a good group of them, I know. And we're going to bring them up in groups.
Yes, sir.
We'll bring up the offensive group, actually, these guys play both directions anyway. Yeah. So we'll bring some of them up for offense, some of them up for defense, when we talk about defense, and some for special teams. Yes, all right? Sir. How's that sound?
Yes, sir.
Well, Coach, welcome. We're glad to have you here. District, let's see, our first 5 games were in the book, and as they say, and it was it's been fun. We had that tough 4-game pre-district, the gauntlet, that some of us called it. And, starting off with that 6A team, Bartlesville, we had no idea what that would be like. We had an idea what the next 3 teams were going to be like. They were really tough teams. 3 of the top 4 teams in the state in Class 4A. And then we began District 5A. Yeah. And the first game, it just seemed like the first game to me was a game, part of the season all to itself. We played Duncan. Duncan came to town. They were our first 5A1 district game. And I had a feeling they were going to come with a lot of intensity, and they did. But I just thought they would be a tough challenge for us because they had a weak program, or they didn't have a real successful program last year. So I thought, boy, brother, they're going to come in. We dealt with the Demons really well and handled, so to speak, and the Duncan Demons. And
why would anybody call a mascot Demons?
That's a good question, but we're not going to go there, Coach.
This makes no sense.
And a lot of people have wondering that for a long time, but it's a great program, and we handled them really well, 60-7. And then we went through I remembered it MCL because of the initials, Midwest City, Classen, and Lawton Mac. And then we had the big game last week. So, Coach, good. Just want to kind of run through that. We did prevail over Bishop McGinnis last week. What are your thoughts about that game? Talk to us a little bit about how you felt with that, how the team did. I mean, we know we prevailed 24-21. What big takeaways from the game for you and for the fans?
Well, I try to prepare as best I can for things, and it was a long time preparing for them. I knew that when I first got here, there was a chance we'd, grow and bump up to 5A. Mm-hmm. So when I took over the sub-varsity scheduling, I knew we would play, McGinnis, Carl Albert, teams like that, and tried to play as many of those teams as I could. So the players, the first time they ever played them, wouldn't be in high school.
Yeah.
And so we played McGinnis for the last 4 or 5 years in middle school and JV, and we beat them every year. And I think a lot of that football and any sport's really psychological. So, if you just there's familiarity with, we've played this team that's been in the state championship several times, but to them it wasn't. They've had success against them as younger players, so I think it helped, and it was all by design. So, yeah.
And tell us about the game. I mean, how did it play out about like you expected? I mean, they brought a lot of energy and toughness to the game.
Yeah, I knew that. They're a strong football program. They've won state championship not too long ago in 5A. They're usually the ones that play Carl Albert in the state championship in 5A, and they have a lot of pride in their program. A lot of their fathers played there, so there's with the kid playing now, he has got the pressure of Dad went here, and we've got to, and coming in here they were very physical. They played with a lot of passion, and it was a dogfight for sure.
And it was a pretty classy matchup, though. Yeah. Everyone, looked like a lot of well-behaved on both sides and good sportsmen and everything like that. But yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, it was fun for people not coaching for sure. I mean, I'd much rather it be something like the Midwest City game than coming down to the wire. It's
yeah. Well, that's two games that came pretty close. The Lawton Mac, we actually came back for the victory, and this one we came back to avoid a tie at the end and having to go into overtime, which kind of made me nervous too, because two strong teams like that seemed like it could have gone either way. I just looked at some of the stats. Final score was 24-21. The number of plays were pretty. One had 64, the other had 61 plays. We had the ball about the equal number of offensive plays. We had 230 yards rushing. They had 226, which is just, you could lay a nickel over the difference of that. Passing, we were 14 of 18 for 137. They were 10 of 16 for 166. And so they edged us a little bit on total yards, but those stats are kind of fun to look at as a fan, but as a coach, I mean, how do you look at stats like that, or do they mean anything to you? The number. I know some of them are probably goals that you all have. Yeah. Number of third down conversions. We were 7 of 14. They were 3 of 9, and then we converted our fourth down conversion. We had one turnover. Mm-hmm. They had one turnover. So how about statistics? Does that say anything to you as head coach?
Yeah, I mean, we really pride ourselves in running the football and being efficient in the passing game. And one of our kind of goals the last couple of weeks was to be more efficient in throwing the ball when we needed to throw it. And one of our goals is to have over 70% completions in a game. So 14 of 18 is above that.
Yeah,
and,
really.
That was – we have little racer flags, kind of like Ohio State does in Florida State with the little decals
on the helmets.
And one of our team goals is that. So that was something that they all, if they started on offense, they earned one of those flags this week. And a lot of it has to do with the offensive line. Obviously, you can't throw the ball unless the quarterback has a clean pocket. But those two turnovers, they were both equally detrimental. I think we were marching down inside the 20 to go score, and Shanuel's helmet came off, so he had to come out. And Caden Longman, went in, and since he's been playing a lot of receiver, he doesn't get a whole lot of quarterback reps in practice. And just kind of mishandled the ball a little bit and turn it over, which that would have hopefully been a score for us. But it was a huge momentum play in the third quarter when they threw one up and Alex Schumard intercepted it and ran it inside the 10. And then here comes Longman, and we give him a little jet sweep, and he scores on it, and it was blocked well, and he executed it well. And so those turnovers kind of washed each other out.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, that interception by Alec and the run back, as you said, got so far down there. That was beautiful. And then this just curious as a fan, that was almost like a little forward pass on that sweep. Is that considered a pass play, or does it matter to you?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's called a touch pass.
A touch pass?
Yeah, you can either, with those motion sweeps, you can either hand them off or you can touch pass them touch passes get there faster.
Oh, okay.
So we do it that way, but they count as,
But it looks like
passing.
the timing has to be pretty critical, and that thing worked well, right?
If the back coming across drops it, it's incomplete pass. It's not a
Yeah,
fumble.
yeah, I like
which
that.
is
I like that.
That's a huge deal.
I like that.
For teams nowadays.
Kudos. I make a couple notes. Kudos. I wrote down here. First of all, Medrano for the field goal, and speaking of Caden, I watched that play over and over again. How quickly he got that ball down from the snap.
Yeah.
He handled that ball, good hands.
Handled it well.
Yeah, and he got it down there because he didn't have but half a second before the kick came.
Yeah, I've been fortunate to coach a lot of really good athletes. I've coached 5 guys that play in the NFL, and I'd put Caden up there with any of them as far as he's just a player. Like he just has a knack for the game and hand-eye coordination and football IQ. And like you said, I'm glad you mentioned it because it wasn't the best snap.
Right.
And he was able to get it, handle it, and get it ready. And
That was amazing. That's amazing.
That end was from McGinnis was coming.
Yep.
And it was, I mean,
and
second.
Coach, tonight we're showing some love for the seniors as we should do. And yet these seniors, I don't know if I'll mention it to them or not, but they know there are so many underclassmen who are bringing so many contributions to making it a great season, for this senior group, right? I mean, not only are they doing well, they're well equipped, but they've got some underclassmen who are just phenomenal. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Well, coaches, I don't know if y'all look at rankings. Fans do, and there's 2 or 3 rankings. I know the Oklahoman has us about 6th or 7th in the state in their poll, and but the power poll that Max Preps puts out has us number 3 in the state. Number 3 in the state in 5A, behind I think Del City and Carl Albert.
Yes,
so that's so nice to see. The people who supposedly know and do the calculations hold us up there. So I'm really proud of the racers, and congrats on the progress thus far.
So far.
How do you? You got a program that you're facing Friday night that's not as strong as some of the others. How's practice going, and anything to say about your approach to preparing for the Southeast Friday?
Really good practice today. I don't know if it has to do with, winning the district and the kids are excited, or that it's finally fall and they're not sweating anymore.
A little bit of both.
But the practices have been really good. As far as Southeast, what I notice when I watch them is that their players, I think, love playing for their head coach, because you can tell when you watch film, like the effort, and their players play with a tremendous amount of effort. They do have really good skill position players, and it will be a challenge for us to, match up there. I mean, I think we have good skill players too, but that's definitely their strength, is their skill players. They do like to throw the ball a lot, but, it's Oklahoma, who knows, but every time I check the weather, it's going to rain Friday, which I think would be difficult for them a little bit, because they like to throw the ball. But that being said, I think they will. I know when people look at their record, but if you were to watch them on film, you would see that they have a lot of good players on their team, and I think that they're very well coached. Well,
Coach, our fans need to come out. It may be raining, so don't let the rain bother you. If it does rain, get out there. These young men, the players, the coaches, the student body, the band, everything, they're going to be out there, and they really deserve good attendance and to watch another good game here at Racer Stadium. And again, following Friday night, we will be in the playoffs, and we'll find out more, about who we play and when we play. But our first game will be a home game, according to the rules, right? So be sure and get out if you can't. That's why we love OSN. You can watch it on OSN, but my favorite is come to the game, watch it live, and then Saturday morning watch the game.
Yeah, Friday night's game experience as a fan, because I have to work the game, but trying to get that fan, and that was one of the best environments.
The atmosphere is awesome, and our athletic director has done a great job of. We put in new LED lights, and he's just done a really good job of making the atmosphere's always been good, but I think that it's even more fun now.
And he's intentional making game night a fun night, and that's good.
He brought the band back to the.
He brought the band, and Dr. Walker is at every game. Yep. She's on the sidelines. She supports all. As I don't know how many she goes to. I see her a lot of places. So our thanks to the support from them. Well, Coach, we're going to take a break. Just before we take a break, I want to recognize the various players of the game from last Friday, and give you an opportunity to make any closing comments before we break and bring up Mr. Nix. The game MVP is Cody Nix, a sophomore. He plays offense and defense, rotates in on defense a lot. He's had some great games. The offensive player of the game, Jackson Shanuel, our senior quarterback. Defensive player of the game, Taj Smith. We mentioned his name a lot. Special teams player of the game, Brian Madrano. Sorry, Brian. He's a junior. He's part of that kicking crew. That's just crazy good. The Hammer Award. Has this guy ever won the Hammer Award before? Preston Scagnetti.
He hammers a lot.
A lot.
I'll tell you that.
He is so fun to watch, and he brings it every time. And he once again receives a Hammer Award. He's a sophomore, and most knockdowns. We had two guys just fighting for the knockdowns. Both Nick Lozano and Tosh Smith on most knockdowns. So, Coach, any final words before we take our first break?
No, just really excited where we're at. Just walking around practice today. When you're a head coach, you tend to stress about things and look at everything with a fine-tooth comb. And I don't know, I've been praying a lot about it lately, just to enjoy it a little bit more. And so today, just walking around at practice, I just one of those days where you just kind of don't miss the forest for the trees.
Exactly.
So it was a good day for me today.
Yeah. Well, Gerald, once again, I sneaked in. I found a hole in the wooden the privacy fence. There's one plank that's loose.
The Gene plank that they leave open for you.
And I watched a little bit of practice, and it's so fun. And these practices are so professional looking. I mean, they're just organized, and the kids have all the energy. It's been a lot of fun. We better take our first break. Can't wait to bring up Mr. Nick. So, Coach, thank you for being here. We always love having you, of course. And we're going to take a break now. We'll be back in a few moments. You're watching The Coaches Show on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At CFD, our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
And we are back. Everyone, I hope everyone's having a great time. Everybody good? Yeah, thanks for the round of applause. They're all chewing. They're eating, and they're great food. Well, welcome back. We're at the Coaches Show here on the Oklahoma Sports Network at Luigi's in Newcastle, right in the Tri-City area. You may not recognize the address, 117 Northwest 32nd Street, but 32nd Street is equivalent to Highway 37, and we're just east of Walgreens here. So great food. They've got a great menu selection. They offer a special. The special tonight is either your choice of a chicken sub or an Italian sub, and if you can't decide, just get one of each. So we welcome you back. We're joined now by this week's most valuable player of the game, Mr. Cody Nix. Cody, welcome.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here. Congratulations on another great win for the Racers, and congratulations on being selected as MVP.
Thank you.
Is this your first selection?
Yep.
Well, word has it, and we've had several MVPs on here. The word has it that the MVP is based mostly on good looks.
I hope so.
Not anymore.
I hope so.
Well, I'm thinking it must be because they just keep looking better every time, you know.
Cody's not even old enough to shave yet.
Okay.
But, Cody, you're in with some good company. We've had some great MVPs, and I guess as far as I know, they all look good, too.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm not going to go too far down that path. But we're sure proud of the Racers, and congratulations. How are you feeling about the season?
I'm feeling good. We had a tough start, but we got the ball rolling. Doing pretty good. Hopefully we win the district after this week.
Hopefully what now?
We win the district after this week.
Yeah,
Got a pretty good shot.
we're kind of thinking we've got the district. I think we can
Yeah.
sweep it with one. We've been kind of discussing, technically, have we made it? Can we not make it? But the best thing to do is win one more game. They'll be sweeping the 5A1, and what a great game. So I'm with you. Win this game and declare district champs, and that'll be great. Were you thinking you'd be starting or getting as much playing time as you are right now?
I thought I was going to get playing time. I didn't know if I was going to start or not. Hopefully, or thankfully I am.
Yeah, and you got in some as a freshman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, so well, congratulations on that, and because until you do start, I mean, not everyone can start, but those who do played their share of scout team and practice and everything like that. So
Now, Cody, you play both sides of the ball?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, which positions on offense, which ones on defense?
Right guard on offense and D tackle on defense.
Okay. And we always ask the question because we have a lot of guys that play both ways. Do you have a preference?
Right
you like
now,
to hit people or get hit by people?
right now, I'd probably say offense.
Okay.
Yeah.
why would you say offense?
Just feel like I'm better at it a little bit. Got still stuff to work on in defense, but
Yeah.
When the plays break and when the plays work, or even when they don't, to see the line that we have right now, making the hole, making the blocking, protecting the quarterback. Jackson had time. I went back and looked at the replay a couple times. He hardly ever got rushed.
Yeah.
These guys kept the Bears off of him.
And I think just watching, especially that last couple drives where we were just running it down the middle, just run it down their throat, down their throat, 4 or 5 yards. You guys were pushing, and man, that was to see you guys come together in that big of a game was it was special to watch as a fan. So keep it up. So we're not done yet.
Yep.
So, Cody, we always give praise to a good running back, people like TJ and Caden and Jackson. We really brag on them for shaking a tackle and keep going through. But but those guys get their momentum when they get that first step or two due to your blocks.
Yeah.
And then also we see a lot of do you do a lot of blocking downfield? Do you ever get a chance to go downfield as well?
I got some chances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really great watching that.
It's a little bit hard to block downfield, but get it done.
Yeah. But you do your job up and on defense. You've had a good defensive year as well. You rotate in quite a bit.
Yeah.
And who do you usually spell when you go in? Who usually comes out when you go in?
Taj.
You and Taj. Okay. Wow.
He hardly ever comes off the field. You know that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to go get him.
Yeah.
Coach said.
Tell him, say, Coach say.
Yeah. Coach said.
Tell us how that works out.
Yeah. Sometimes he doesn't even come off. So.
Yeah.
That's good.
Cody, is there anyone you kind of emulate? Any players that you kind of pattern your game after or try to achieve like, or what?
I would honestly say my brother from his year. He played whistle to whistle. It's kind of what I try to do. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask you about him too, and where's he? What's it? He's playing ball now, right?
Yeah. Over at UCO.
UCO.
Yep.
What position does he play?
Tight end.
A real tight end.
Yep.
Okay. He was pretty versatile with the racers.
Yeah.
He was wherever they needed him. Sometimes he'd be that big time blocker for the hippo or whatever some of those sets were and everything like that.
Yeah.
Well. Who wrote this on here? Would you like to see the coach let you carry the ball? Is that what?
That wasn't me.
Yeah.
I would love to. I would love to.
You ever played running back when you were little?
I did
Were
not.
you ever little?
No, not really.
Okay, fair enough.
Hey, okay, let's not say anything more because we don't want those people listening to
Right, we
this
don't
show
want any
knowing.
secrets.
But don't
Right.
be surprised if you see number 71 carrying the leather out there.
I don't know.
Well, Cody is just so proud. We're so proud to see you, and we thought the world of your brother as well when he was here, and we're glad to have you as a racer, and I can't wait to see you in the next few games.
Yeah.
Any closing questions for Cody or anything?
No, sir.
Any messages you'd like to leave for the fans or your teammates?
I'm good.
I'm good.
All right. Well, when you come back here for 3 or 4 more times
Right.
as player of the game, you're going to be. You'll have a stage here. You can do all the politicking you want, and even I give the coach plays all the time.
Yeah.
He never listens to me. You might have better luck with him than I
71
do.
blast. 71 blast. There you go.
In fact, he told me, quit telling me those plays. I heard it too many times. Cody, congratulations. Hope you have a great remaining part of the season. So we'll take another break. When we come back, we'll have offensive players, and we will see you in just a few moments. Stay by. You're watching The Coaches Show on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
How do you ignite minds, inspire curiosity, fuel the explorers and innovators? How do you instill a lifelong love of learning? You give our Oklahoma schools and teachers, and most important, our kids, what they need. That's why the people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas have contributed over $2 billion to education in the last decade, so our students have the opportunity to improve our future and theirs.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
And we are back. What a great guest we had just now. Almost a standing ovation.
Almost.
That Cody.
Almost.
I could have guessed he was going to be a favorite. So welcome back. We're here at the Coaches Show at Luigi's in Newcastle. Glad to have you here. We just love the Luigi family.
We do.
Their names they're not the Luigi family, but they're Luigi's family,
right.
And they do such a great job hosting us, and it's a great place to come for lunch, for dinner. You will love the food here at Luigi's. So we're here, we're recognizing all of our seniors, and this Friday night is senior night. So we have seniors now behind us, and we're going to have seniors for the next couple of segments.
Yep.
And the special guest entered at the table with us is Mr. Rex Heskew. So, Rex, congratulations to you and all the seniors on the season we're having thus far.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Proud of that. So, Rex, tell a little bit about what number you wear, what positions you play on offense, and I know some of you guys are on both offense and defense. So we're going to yak up offense right now, and then we'll be talking about you on defense as well. So tell us your role on offense and these guys behind us.
Okay, I'm number 4, and I play receiver and safety, and I'm on a bunch of special team units. And this is Zach. He's number 22.
Yep.
He plays receiver and safety as well. This is Nick. He's a interior lineman. I think he plays guard. And he plays defensive tackle also. And then Ruben, he plays running back. And he plays linebacker. He's number 25. Yeah. Oh, and Nick's number 76.
Yeah.
And then Jack, he's our quarterback and linebacker.
Ruben, I got a request to ask you to stand up.
Stand up, yeah. Hey.
Did you hear me? I had a request to ask you to stand up in the background.
Hey, don't take that from me. The little guys, we're already standing. That's what we're saying. Hey, so you know what, Rex? I'll kind of pose this question to you, but it probably goes to all the guys. It's senior night, but what about the freshmen and sophomore and juniors we have playing on our team that bring a lot of energy and talent to the game, right?
Yeah. They have a lot of potential. Like we have our JV team was really good this year, so it was like they give us a good look in practice every day, and they can contribute in the game. So it's really nice having those young guys on our team.
Exactly, and some will be in that JV mode, but a lot of them are starting and having major roles in on the team as well. And what a great deal that is for the seniors, because if you didn't have them, you may not be having the season you're having, even though there's a lot of great talent among the senior group. So I'm really proud of the talent that we have and the playmakers that we have up and down, but it's especially fun to see the seniors do well. This guy right here, number 25, the running back who's hard to stop, and pretty good average. Ruben, get over here where we can see you a little bit better. You got a pretty good average on the ground, too, by the way. You're fun to watch. Yeah. All of y'all are fun to watch. And so what questions do you have, Gerald?
Well, just based on the season, I've been in Newcastle about over 15 years, seen a lot of football, a lot of kids come and go, but I've seen a lot of good moments. And I think Friday night was one of my favorite moments to see the group of seniors. And like Coach Brigman talked about, how you guys have played McGinnis when y'all were younger, when y'all were, maybe middle school or freshman in JV. So Friday night to y'all was just a normal game.
Yes, sir.
But as a fan, man, that was just one of the best hyped up games, and we came out on top. So, I mean, as a senior, there is, this is, I mean, what was it like to so far beat MacArthur and then beat McGinnis? What's that like as a player?
I mean, it's nice. Like we didn't start out the season great, and it's like we're hitting our strides at like the right time. So it's like we're playing these harder teams later in the season, which is I feel like Coach Brigman put us in a good spot where we can play our best because we did have those challenges at the beginning of the season. So it's nice playing those harder teams at the end that we can kind of like give it our all, and we're just ready for that.
Because it seems like our team is just. They're just together and they're gel, and it's like like we talked about earlier in the season. One man goes down, one man steps up, and then the camaraderie that you guys have, like how much you guys hang outside of football, like how much you guys hang out. I know you hang out a lot, but just tell the fans the community that we have.
I mean, we do most stuff together. Like most of us are each other's best friends, so it's pretty nice to have that on the team.
It's always nice when you're on the field, and he's like, hey, that's just not my teammate, that's my best friend. You know, and I've got his back, and that's what it seems like with this team, man. It's just a special team, and it's a joy to watch.
So Rex, we played 5 district games. What's been your favorite? Which game's your favorite game so far?
I probably like the MacArthur game the most.
Wasn't it fun?
Yeah, it was crazy. Like going on the road and having that environment, and then like showing out at their place was nice. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
And I forgot to ask Coach Brickman on that screen, you know, where they called. I'm sure he was complimenting the refs.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was
on
doing.
A good call. I've never seen him that. What's the word?
Fired up.
Animated.
Yeah.
Well, he's trying to explain.
He's trying to explain to the ref.
We know the play. We call the play,
Yeah.
and we know where he was when he caught the ball.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there texting Gene. It's like that pass was behind the line of scrimmage. It's not down. You know.
I got 4 texts. Say, just for the record, he was okay. But anyway, not to relive that.
But that was just, you know, you want to fight for a guy like that.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's neat to see.
One of my favorite parts of the play, things about that play, was seeing Taj running downfield,
outrunning TJ.
Well, he was getting close. He was
Yeah.
taking up on him, and man, for him to have to come back off and redo that one, that was not too bad.
But that's the mentality of this team.
It is.
It is. Taj was out in front of TJ when he caught it, and Taj was like, "Let's go,
let's go."
And Taj probably had a 50-yard advantage on him, and TJ got him in 10 yards.
Right.
But it was. I mean, that's the mentality that as a fan, as a parent, you know, that knows a lot of these kids. It's you know, it's family, and that's hard to beat.
So
that's hard to beat.
So Gerald, we didn't have headsets for everybody, so all these guys, everyone of them are worthy of as a guest on our show and everything like that. So y'all know how proud we are. Each one of you have a story to tell about what you mean to me. And I'll try not to be the goofy fan that worries about their own things, but I like it when we play with class.
Yeah.
We are a team that plays with class. We've seen teams who win, but just a arrogant attitude, not a humble approach to the game. I mean, I'm not trying to belittle the toughness of the game, but these guys will pick another person up after they knock them after the pancake and ask if you want syrup on that pancake. I just do.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
All right, but anyway, not to sound too goofy, but I really love that about Racer football.
Yeah.
Coach Brickman is going to insist on it anyway, and I really love it when we win games and we do it with class.
Yeah.
All right. So, any final questions for this group or?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Just excited to see Friday night.
Well, Zach and Nick and Ruben and Jackson and Rex, we appreciate you all coming up and letting the people out in TV land or whatever this land is we're in now, streaming land,
the digital,
internet land. They'll probably play this back over and over again. So you'll be getting calls probably and wanting signatures, stuff like that. Thanks for joining us. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll have the defensive. All these guys could probably be up here with that group, but to get all the guys in, we'll bring up another group and have some questions about defense. So, Rex, thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And good luck for everybody on Friday night and the next few weeks to come. You are watching the Coaches Show here on the Oklahoma Sports Net. We'll be right back.
do you ignite minds, inspire curiosity, fuel the explorers and innovators? How do you instill a lifelong love of learning? You give our Oklahoma schools and teachers, and most important, our kids, what they need. That's why the people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas have contributed over $2 billion to education in the last decade, so our students have the opportunity to improve our future and theirs.
Back. You're watching the Coaches Show here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We're at Luigi's in Newcastle, and how much we appreciate this Luigi family taking good care of us here. Each week they'll offer a special for the Coaches Show. We will be back next Tuesday night.
Yes, sir.
You may be flying solo or with another partner. I have a council meeting I have to be at, so I missed one already. I can't miss another one, or I'll be in big trouble. So you're going to have a special show next week.
The legend of Newcastle.
Welcome to the seniors. This is Friday night. It's going to be senior night.
Yes, sir.
And senior football players and other fall sports will be recognized. So someone had a great idea. One of the coaches said, let's bring our seniors in tonight. And we can't get them all on headsets, and we don't have any other microphones. So we had to pick out the best-looking one of the group. And he couldn't make it, so
Trey's here.
No, and so Aiden Elcision, welcome, Aiden. Glad to have you here, speaking for the group here. And you had a great game. So this team had a great game. I know you had some great plays as well. Tell us what position you play, what number you wear, and then introduce these good-looking guys behind me.
And Taj.
And Taj, yeah. So I'm Aiden Elcision. I play defensive end, numbers 43. And behind me, we have Hunter Berry, 33. That's my Viper, as you want to call it, my other end. And then I got Trey Burchett back here. He's safety for us, plays a big role. 16?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then,
they don't have to look at the numbers. They know the guys.
I know them all by first name.
Right,
so
right.
I'm used to just calling them by name.
Yeah.
But we got Blake Armstead back there. He plays cornerback. And you're number 2. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got big old Taj Mahal down at the end. He's one of our bigger own linemen, keeps the trenches held down and plays defensive line also. So.
His looks won him MVP a couple of times.
I know.
So,
They have.
Yeah.
So he plays. These all 4 of us, all 5 of us, we play key roles on the defensive side.
Very good. It's been so fun to watch the Racers this year, offense and defense. On defense, like I said, it was a great game. You kind of got in someone's face there the other night. I think your mom was so proud of us. She made sure it got posted on Facebook, and that young man threw the ball to the wrong guy.
Yeah.
So congratulations on that. Tell us a little bit about playing defensive end. Now, you mentioned it. We have I would call 2 defensive ends, but one is technically a Viper, right? Mm-hmm. And what's your role and the Viper's role?
So as an end, I'm really more towards the strong side of the formation, and I really just keep things held down on that side, while the Viper's kind of your more crazy go-getter, I guess you could say. And so they're more shooting for the quarterback, shooting into line of scrimmage.
Of course, he's only got 2 guys trying to guard him.
Yeah.
You got 5 on your side, so no wonder. So whether you get to the guy or not, even if you don't, you guys play a big role in the game by keeping it contained and keeping the guy in for others to get to, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, very good.
Yeah, so if anything gets outside, we're there to turn it back in, and then we let the linebackers and the safeties go ham and just cause havoc inside.
Yep.
You say go ham?
Go ham. What means go crazy. Just
go ham.
Oh, I'm glad you picked up on that.
Make a bunch of
I just assumed I heard the wrong word. Yeah, go ham. Okay,
so
I got to remember that.
Go ham.
Yeah, go ham.
So, like with the Lawton Matt game, because we know they're skilled players. Their goal was to get it to the outsides. And we talked about containment. Now, is there certain plays where you try to get them back inside, or are there certain plays where you just string them out to the sideline and let the boys behind you come and get them?
Yeah, I mean,
is that a predetermined deal, or just how the play develops for you?
Honestly, how it develops. It's situational once we get out there. So if it's already going to the boundary and it's short field, and I mean, sideline's working with us to where we can push them out, then we'll try and get them outside.
Okay.
Or if it's they're going for the field and we have no one outside of us, we got to turn them back in.
Yeah.
Then we're going to work hard and get outside to turn them back in.
That's good. Yeah.
Well, these guys are so fun to watch, and the ones who may not start real often but who rotate in, one example is number 2 behind me. I'm not saying you're not a big guy, but I know I'm not a big guy, so when I see someone that doesn't have the size and plays the game that he does, and it's so good to see you come in. We've had this plug-and-play ability. We've been able to pull someone out and just plug someone back in and see people like yourself, Blake, and others who just can come in and there's no drop-off in performance. So glad to have you as a racer. Are you enjoying your – so proud of that. And Aiden, since you got the microphone, let me ask you, which of the games, what's been your favorite district game this year?
I'm gonna have to say Lawton Mac.
Yeah.
It was just a crazy environment down there.
Right.
And the score and how things played out, it was a blast.
Yeah, it was so much fun and we prevailed.
Yeah, winning's fun.
If we hadn't come back, that's what really made it fun. And then to know that this game McGinnis tied it up, and we might have to go into playoff. That worried me because either team, I don't know who would have had the advantage actually, but they had some momentum there at the end. So for them to have scored and then taken it into overtime kind of worried me. So to see that you all drive the course of the field, get down there where Medrano could kick it. Oh, that was so much fun. And I love the touchdown that was made. Ashton got in for Jackson to handle. He handles the offense so well coming off the bench. He hands the ball off. We score a touchdown. TJ scores, and that was 3 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah.
We kick off. Clock doesn't start because it's a touchback. Then the very next play, they throw a pass. The other Shumard picks it off, runs it back 40 yards. 5 seconds. 5 seconds from when we scored on the clock. 5 seconds later, Shumard had the ball in his hand running the other direction. Yep. Is that not fun to watch?
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Especially to live it also.
Yeah, to live it. And you were in the guy's face where he was saying, what happened to the ball? Yeah. All I saw was 4 and a 3 right in front of me. So,
and that's when you get to pick someone out coming back. It's like, I got you.
Yeah.
And then legally,
especially, I mean, once we get back there and if I hit the guy or Jaden Fletcher, the other Viper, if he hits the guy, we're back there and we're already on the ground. We got to pop up and, it's we're going the other way. We got to go.
Exactly. Hey, let me bring up some old news, but it's on my mind. How did the Elgin game prepare you for district play? Because that was a tough game, right? I know that's not great news, but it is what it is, and it was a tough game. But can you find some positives in that?
Yeah. I mean, it's non-district, so it's not going to count towards our district standings or anything, but definitely prepared us. They have a lot of great athletes on their team, and, we finally got to go up against some better, bigger dudes from the season and realize we're going to have to step it up this season to really play.
I think so. Right. Any other questions you might pose to these guys?
No, sir.
Great offense, great defense, and we enjoy the special teams play as well. A lot of these guys play on all of them, so congrats to all of that. And are you on special teams on any of your roles? I know
I'm on a couple.
Yeah. So. Boy, it's fun to watch. Yeah. Well, we'll say thank you guys. Proud of you. And some of you are still recovering from bumps and bruises, and we kind of know what that's like. We just wish everybody well. We'll take another break. We'll come back with our final segment. We'll bring special teams.
Yes, sir.
No more special than these guys, but special teams guys. So with that, we'll just wish you well. And you're watching the Coaches Show on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Good. Be back in about 2 minutes. Thank you.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
At CFD, our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
How do you ignite minds, inspire curiosity, fuel the explorers and innovators? How do you instill a lifelong love of learning? You give our Oklahoma schools and teachers, and most important, our kids, what they need. That's why the people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas have contributed over $2 billion to education in the last decade, so our students have the opportunity to improve our future and theirs.
We are back at the Coaches Show on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We are at Luigi's. Our thanks to Uriah Martinez, our producer, doing a great job over there. We got him on the other side of the wall. Because he's can set up there with the computer and everything like that. He does a great job for us. We're glad to have you back. This is senior night. We're recognizing the seniors of the Newcastle Racer football program. So what we've kind of done is we've had a group of offensive players, a group of defense. Well, actually, we had
three groups.
Yeah, we had a group to talk about offense, a group defense, and now a group to talk about special teams. Yeah. And special teams have been so fun to watch. Yeah. I think my appreciation just continued to grow when we had a Coach Engelking, who was a special teams coach, and he had some helpers. He got some guys, but he talked to us some about the significance that he's trying to bring to practice and preparing for special teams. So representing and the spokesperson for special team is Mr. Antonio Brown. Antonio, tell everybody your number that you wear and what positions you play on offense, defense, whatever, and then introduce these two good-looking guys.
Okay, I'm number 88. I play tight end and linebacker. This is Ian Barker, number 3. He plays strong safety, and he's a wide receiver. This is Ryder Cruz, number 19. He plays wide receiver and strong safety also. I mean, free safety, my bad.
Okay.
And, and then that's all.
Well, we've had so many of our racers that make so many big plays on offense and defense, but on special teams too, and not just seniors, up and down, the ranks. I know Ben Rogers, we recognized him a week or two ago with some of his big hits on special teams. So so a shout out to you guys and to Coach Engelking, and we mentioned that to him. This to him is that special teams scored the first 3 scores on for the Racers in District 5A play. Did y'all realize that? Special teams, they Robbie punt and return for a touchdown.
Yep.
Special team kicked the point after touchdown. Then special teams kicked a field goal for the first scores.
Yep.
Just kind of, I mean, it just further points to the fact of the significance of special teams. So
and how important
it is.
Teams is.
What's your role on special teams when you play?
Usually I'm just like everywhere guy. So I'm a backup on both special teams. I start on punt and kick return, but all other special teams I'm just a guy.
Go wherever you need.
If someone's tired, like a main starter that we use that plays both sides of the ball, I'll step in there for that. I mean, I know every position for the special teams. So,
good for you.
I mean, that's my role.
You guys are fun to watch. We love that. Tell us a little bit about the kicking crew. I've been fussing over this group of 4 guys who know how to kick the ball. So they're not here. We have 2 seniors. They weren't able to be here tonight, but Gage Bell and Toby Pfeiffer. So what are they like? I mean, do they ever actually talk to you guys? Or are they?
Kickers are
are
weird.
they allowed to?
Kickers are weird. We can all agree on that, right?
Do they let you? Do y'all let them? Do they let you talk to them?
Yeah, I mean, my locker is like right next to both kickers.
So
I mean, I have Gage and Toby literally right next to me.
Yeah.
So I talk to them like mostly every day.
Yeah. Well, so good. They each have talent. Coach Brickman was talking about. This one has the strongest leg.
Yeah.
This one has the accuracy that you want. This one has a combination of the two, and then the younger one of the 4 is a freshman, I think, Perez, and he's going to bring some real talent. That's been fun to watch, to have good talent like that, to young men who have played football but not American football necessarily. They've been soccer players, so that's fun to watch.
And it's nice to see that, especially these young men behind us, is like how well coached they are, and then how well they execute. Because, I mean, you could be a great coach, and if your players aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing and executing, then you're not a very good coach.
So, Ian, I know you play a lot of different aspects of the game. Are you on special teams? What do you play on special teams?
Usually I'm on
Punt, kickoff, and kickoff return.
All of it.
Is on all of it.
On
all of it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't want to belabor this point, but something I've kind of enjoyed hearing coaches talk about is the unique. Like for one thing, Engelking wants Coach wants the punts fielded. You know, we went for years where we didn't. I mean, several years ago, we had a lot of games where no one caught the punt. Just let it bounce. And he brought up the stat, I'll say.
The yards.
Because I can't say statistics on the air very well. But the number of yards you give up if you just let the thing bounce, 300 yards over the course of the season. So things like that. And now we've got guys who fill the ball, who block on the return. It's just fun to watch that part of it. And then the other part is positioning that kickoff to land in a certain place. So special teams for the Racers, come out Friday night. We've got a great game coming up Friday night. Southeast is here in Newcastle. Come out and support these guys. Any other questions or comments you have or questions you have? Antonio, any message you have for the fans or for your fan base?
I mean, come out. I mean, 6-0. I mean, trying to be 6-0 this week.
We are 5-0 in district play. We want to sweep it. How sweet would that be? And it will be, because we can do this. And then we're going to host a game or two here at home, right? Right here. So come out on Friday night. We're going to let these guys go. They've been waiting a long time to get up here. They've got food probably still. They probably finished everything on their plate already. But we're glad to have you. We're going to go ahead and sign off now. Gerald, we'll be back next week. Gerald will be hosting. He may have a partner, sidekick, but he can ride solo. But a big show next week, because it will be after the Southeast game, and looking forward to our first district first playoff game. So be sure and tune in next week at 6:30, and we will say good night. Our thanks once again to D. Wilson and members of the Luigi's family, and we will look to see you back next week. This has been the Coaches Show on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us.